Hello, another covering of my books. This is with my third book, Understanding Indo-European Cosmology, Theology, and Metaphysics. It's a Hammer and Vajra book. As you can see right here, with this one, this is a companion to the Syncretic Indo-European Faith, the one that I covered in the episode prior. I'm focused firstly on Indo-European apologetics to provide pagans, heathens, and those of Dharmic faith, Vedic Heathenisms for those who follow my project, ammunition for defense, as well as clear-cut answers for their own questions. I hope to provide believers with a skill set to reach others of their folk, tribe, and community, or Indo-European leaning peoples, and guide them towards a more structured and stable belief through one that is still freer with its expression and connection to the greater picture than that of other faiths. For those who aren't of Indo-European faith or heritage, the hope is that this book unveils a deeper understanding of faith through a apologetic defense, allowing us to speak for ourselves instead of those who choose to persecute us, to put the words in our mouths and set our own stage. So this can be read alone or nominally with the other books I have. This right here is the more of a theological and cosmological philosophy-based book than the previous one. This is more for people who already have a faith and understanding, but want to have a defense in the faith and understanding. Christians use the word apologetics, and I don't shy away from apologetics, as you can see. Simple answers, Indo-European apologetics, Indo-European pantheon, who is the supreme God, the Indo-European sky father, cultural influences on the world religion, the Germanic Trinity, worshiping the divine Son, giants Ashra and the nature of chaos versus order in current era, Atem, Atman, and the human soul, symbolism within Odin's death at Ragnarok, cosmology, the Rig Veda creation story and focus, the end times, animism, and animal representation of the divine. Should the divine love / protect everyone and be for everyone? This is where I talk about things like folkish versus universalism. Chivalry is European. I break down the actual chivalric concepts and the 9 noble truths. On magic, the tree of life and of Caucasian origins, honoring the pre-Indo-European religion of Europe, or the Proto, as some people say. But for this would be pre-Indo-European, because that which isn't just Indo-European, but old Europe and prior to the Indo-Europeans. A call to initiation for the West, lineage, folk, and grassroots efforts. On keyboard, pagans, Indo-European faith practitioners. I got a conclusion part 1. Part 2 is further essays. With the further essays, you have Odic Force, Sacred Bull, Skyfather, and Tarakni. I can't pronounce that right now. My brain's not working. But the sacrifice of the bull. Of Taurus, Taurus or Taurus, however you want to say it. The Phoenicians, the Near East, Mesopotamia, and Egypt. Sufism, and Tingrism, and conversion for that. Trolls and Trolldom, the Man of the Wolf, Draugr and the Undead, Thracian and Dacian Indo-European connection, devotion to specific and personal gods, the cosmos of Shin Megami Tensei game series, which, if you're interested in that, I find it very interesting. Maitreya Buddha, metaphysics, and God. Essays on Scythianism. This is Scythians, not Scythianism, but Scythian Christianity. Not Christianity. I'm reading Christianity here. Scythian paganism, which I break down a whole chapter on Scythians and Scythian paganism for a good 20 pages. The Hellion and Christ, Odinic divine self-sacrifice, where I talk about the connections between Christian, Germanic faith and its early conversions in Christianity. The Nimrod, St. George's Day, esoteric, tantric, and left-hand paths, mushroom cult, and a conclusion, and then another book recommendation list, which is different than the previous one. And this one is in color for the images I do have. And this is just giving you guys a little view. It's a sort of an unprofessional, nonchalant way to show you guys what I do have and what I am showing you and what I have to show you with my books, with what we have laid out, the outline of things. I break down the pantheon and how it works. straightforward, academic but not academic in the way that it is academic, and I have references, I have linguistic connections, I have all the research, but it's not academic in the way that this is supposed to be for practice and belief. So it's direct and forward and frank, and 100% for your actual use, and something that you can share, read, and use as a defense mechanism. So this is a tool for defense, a tool for your faith to broaden your understanding of Indo-European cosmology, theology, and metaphysics, and to have a defense tool against those who will try to convert you and or stump you with questions of things that you may not understand, like with the creation of the world, or allegories and metaphors, and how people of a humanistic or atheistic or even Abrahamic faith will try to dissolve your faith away with questions they think you can't answer. Because the point of their apologetics is not only to have an answer for the questions that you ask them or anyone asks them, but to have a reverse, because they proselytize. And so others want to make you doubt your religion, because once you have a doubt, they can fill in that doubt with the gaps, and fill in those gaps, and those gaps they hope to convert you and steer you away from your own faith. So I'm hoping this book is something that you will find useful. Thank you for watching, and I'll probably do one for each of these books. Hammer and Vajra out.